Hello, welcome back. This is a reaction video, but I'm not going to show the video. I'm just going to show I'm going to show just little parts of it, so that it doesn't get copyrighted or blocked, which it has been. I'm stopping it here. Now I see that there's subtitles of the song, the lyrics are there and everything. It's just it's fascinating to watch. And this video here is, to me, a lot more of her style and her grandmother's style. So I wouldn't be surprised that that's who actually made the video, that they did it themselves, just like they have in the past. Because the in-studio version looked, I don't know, doesn't necessarily look like herself, you know, that it was more like what I think the record company might want to see. But in this case, this seems very much like a homemade style movie, the way her grandmother, I think, likes to make them, and herself too, and Angelina as well. Maybe a little bit with maybe a little help from some elements of the record company, but mainly I think the directors here are her grandmother and herself, you know, and Angelina or Jordan. Yes, but now it's not it. Now in this case here, I see that she has the symbolic. She basically, her sister, from what I can tell, Juliet, is in this. Let's see, wait, it was just before this. So yeah, Juliet is here with her, symbolically, I guess, representing Angelina Jordan as a child, and that's her grandfather, which is, I think somebody mentioned, is being played by Michael, the uncle. So it's all in the family type of thing, right? And you don't see his head because I guess he's representing her grandfather in this particular case. So yeah, it's rather sweet, you know. Alone to fight, I've never regret what I do. Now these are the pictures of her grandfather, right? That passed away. The song is dedicated to, and I find that interesting because this seems very much like where they're living, you know, and a very humble home, relatively speaking, and very much what I imagine them to live in, you know, or her. I don't know who's living in there, but I guess her family, direct family. As a part is pulling my heart. Now I stopped it here, and like I said, this is just commentary. I'm not really emphasizing on the song. I've done that in the previous reactions. So, but I'm looking, see, very, like I said, very humble house, very standard in a sense. It looks like a one level home, you know, with a relatively large, but very plain things, you know. And I think this is what I would expect, you know, like anybody else's home type of thing, right? Yeah. And it shows that, like I said, that humble nature of the family and of her and so on, right? It's quite nice. But what I wanted to highlight in this particular picture here is how tall she is. I mean, that's the counter. So everyone, you know, that go to your kitchen and see where you're at the counter, and look where she's at the counter. You know, where the level is, and she's barefoot, if I remember correctly, because she's performing, right? So on top of everything all, you know, barefoot. I mean, like an empty Bible to be thrown up. Talk about a majestic presence, you know, and she's gonna need that because her voice is going to capture many hearts that she's already done, but in the future even more so, with a different style. And also when she becomes a woman, it's going to be a different thing too, and she's going to need that power, you know, to protect herself from the world as it is and the human condition. And here, you know, the image of her grandfather's shoes, and I wouldn't be surprised that they actually are the grandfather's shoes, you know. Her, and it's just a very symbolic, very much like I said, homemade style movie, and her grandmother being behind the direction of this, and her and Angelina as well. It just seems very much like them. That would be my guess. You said I'm watching you. So she is barefoot, and so on. Oh, and they live near the ocean. So that's nice, you know. Everywhere, see everything you do. I can't. I stopped here as well, and again, I'm not emphasizing on the music, on the song, and in the words. I'm watching pretty much the video and how it represents itself, and it's amazing that how this seems all local, right? Nearby and so on, wherever they are. I guess it's California because the ocean is right there. I don't know, but that's the impression I have because that's where she's living now, right? And it's beautiful. She's next to the ocean, and look at the beautiful tree. And it's the image of the lyric, the video with the lyrics and the little book that she, and very much to that they're staying within it. And they're doing it in a real life type of atmosphere. I mean, look at that tree, you know. And Angelina is the genius there, you know, sharing the energy of the tree of life. So I stopped here as well because here she is running, you know. And it's funny because the last time I saw her run, the only time anyway, it was in the video of Valerie, right? And it looks here like her running technique is a lot more serious. Before there, she was playful, and she was like a younger, still maybe. I don't know, because she was growing so fast, you know, trying to catch up to the rhythm of the running. Here, it's like she did the rhythm is there, her running speed, and she's like, you know, serious. In the light of the blue sky. This girl is gonna be some. I mean, she is already something. What am I talking about? Sorry. I mean, and here, look at this. I mean, the imagery, right? Like an empty bubble to be thrown. I mean, look at the imagery. Where they find this? I mean, if this is what it looks like at night where they are, I want to be there, just to see the stars. You know, because within the city, you don't see. They must be in the outskirts of the city because they get to see a lot of stars. I mean, if you're in the middle of the woods completely, you'd see like even more stars. You know, and that's. Sometimes, you know, if you live in the city, we forget how big the universe is. I can't make it stop. I mean, sorry, hold on. Look how they've captured the moon and everything. It's just, it's fantastic. You know, I'm gonna get rid of the closed captions. Oh, I could. Oh, jeez, I should have done that. I mean, look at this image here. I mean, is this real? Or is this like virtual? It looks real because the image before that, the stars were there and the moon was there and they're looking. I doubt that this was manufactured in any sense. This is real. And this is her grandmother again, I think. If I remember correctly, when she did a video with Fly Me to the Moon, and with the white horse, and at the end she climbs to the mountain and she reaches for the moon. It's something of a favorite of hers, style-wise, and mine, how she sees things, and it's beautiful. And now this is real. I mean, yes, I definitely would want to see something like this. Can you imagine? Yeah, if this is actually real, is this how they planned this would be incredible. Just this shot is just phenomenal. You know? She's Angelina's here. Angelina Jordan. She's a star. She's like one of these stars here, if they are stars. Yeah, because Venus bright, it also is quite bright at times. So yeah, and she's here. She's one of the stars. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. In the middle of the road, it's a good thing it's late at night and they closed off the roads because I'd be scared that there's a. So it's a relatively secluded area so that there's no cars coming in and so on. It's probably just coyotes around, you know, like yeah, that's about it. I think. Now again here, I mean, this is extremely touching, and I remember the first time I saw this, it was like, I was very emotional because that's, I think, her grandfather's t-shirt, and I believe that's what it is. And and it's very touching, you know. And again here it's like the now that imagery behind there, now that obviously that's virtual, it's not real, right? And that's why I had this impression, that's why I'm questioning if the other part is real, but I think the other part is real, and this is because it's so obvious, it is part of the fantasy, very much like the book that she's written, you know, the book, I mean the lyric part of the video, you know, the lyric version video, that, you know, that booklet there has similar designs, I think. Like an empty bubble to be thrown. And just to add one thing, and it's funny how the bubble and the moon, everything is round, and the symbolism is beautiful, you know. I know that I'm never alone. And here she is, you know, going back to her book again, you know, and her notes and what she's written about things, and the story of that chapter that she's experiencing, you know. And now there's little things coming out of the book, which is sort of like the particles of love, you know, that are shared within the universe. Anyway, that's about it. Hopefully this is okay. Thanks.